Oh,
The meeting is being.
there we go. Hey, everybody. So we're here today. I'm Monica Richardson. We have Evelyn down there, and we have Beverly. Renee is new with us. And Beverly is coming from Tennessee, and she is just joining us today in this new movement where we're organizing to expose the bad side of Alcoholics Anonymous that it seems like a lot of people don't know about it. And Beverly has a YouTube channel as well, and I can put it in the link down below. It's Beverly Renee. I'm Monica Richardson, and you can find us on Facebook and on Twitter, but mostly Facebook if you need support, guys. I just want to let you know that. So let's start here. Beverly, can you tell us, like, how did you start questioning Alcoholics Anonymous? What happened?
Well, I was already feeling beat up and uncomfortable for a while then. But what really started me on the path of noticing something wasn't right was whenever I started my journey with Jesus and I started reading the Bible. And the first thing that stuck out to me was idolatry.
Mm-hmm.
Choosing a God of your own understanding is idolatry. And that was the first one that stuck out. And, I kept rolling with it, uncomfortable, but kept going, because, I needed to. Well, or I thought I needed to. But then the powerless thing, whenever I got saved, the first thing I started really reading about was all the power that a Christian has in Jesus Christ. I can rebuke the devil, and I have the power, not power like superpowers, but I have power, mind over matter, I guess is a good way to look at it. I can do things, I can set a goal and I can achieve it.
Right.
Well, my goal is to not do dope. I can achieve that.
Right.
And my goal is to move on, and it's in the past.
Right.
Okay. Well, then that was enough right there, for me to just kind of back off. I was busy working and everything anyway. It was a lot to do. But then I prayed to God, show me what I'm involved in that I don't need to be involved in. And I just started getting information from every direction about the occult practices or witchcraft. I'm not sure what word to really use on that Bill Wilson was involved in at the beginning of AA.
Yeah,
And that
in the occult.
I keep saying R symbol, but the AA symbol is actually an Illuminati symbol of some kind. And I can't remember the specifics on it, but
really? Yeah, I know that it's a symbol that's used, I thought in the Masons, but I didn't know it was
the Masons, the Freemasons are a cover up for the what's that word? For the occult. They're a cover up for that.
Okay.
Yeah, for the Illuminati, yeah.
I want to take a look at that.
I learned all this on YouTube on a thing called Know Your Enemy by the Fuel Project, and it's Christian based. So whenever you start off, it's got like 80 short little lessons, and about 30 something in is whenever you talk about the Freemasons. And I was like, and I had that tattooed. I mean, I had that symbol tattooed on me for a few years, but I had just recently got it covered up. But I was like, this ain't right. And so I made a video, and I was really just talking to the Christian people in my hometown that go there and telling them, this is not Christian, y'all. This is not God.
Yeah.
Boy, did that. Ooh, they have attacked me. I've had to block them. I mean, like, cut ties completely. And then I started noticing the cult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that as I was getting ready to leave, I didn't know it, like it was sort of unraveling inside. I was sitting there, I was raised a Catholic, and I really wasn't a practicing Catholic, but I certainly was a person of faith and I believed in God. And I thought to myself, I started to hear what they were reading like in a different way. And I was like, wait a second, you cannot create who God is. You can't make it up.
Right.
And the higher power thing, like there's a really famous music artist right now who has a song called Higher Power. And I was just like, oh no, stop it. And now everybody, oh, that's a great meme or idea, my higher power. And I was like, actually not. Like, okay, there's religions that believe in your higher self. Your lower self is like, the one that chooses the God path, and lower self would be the one you're going to, do what the devil wants you to do, or kind of that belief system. But when I realized, and also that I wasn't powerless, right? And that my life, that God, I'm not a puppet. God doesn't like sit around and going, okay, I'm sitting, God, what should I do today? Okay, God is telling me now I should do this. No, like that's like such utter horseshit. I mean, I do pray in a way if I'm working on a big project to be guided, okay, give me a sign. And in Buddhism, they believe in that there's signs that you're on the right path. You're on the path, like you're getting affirmations that it's coming to you, because I studied Buddhism for a little while. But this is, no, I'm sorry, it isn't a doorknob. And it isn't a group of criminals. Like that can't be your God either.
Right.
Right.
I got turned off by, it seemed to me, it started to become evident to me that it was character assassination. Like we are, like Dr. Silkworth said, we are egomaniacs with an inferiority complex.
Yeah.
Now I know today that's the definition of a narcissist.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not me. And then the steps where we have to make a moral inventory and remove our defects of character. It's like it's a character assassination. It's like assuming that I, because I have issues with alcohol, that I have a poor character, and that's not me.
Right.
And I also got into astrology. While I was in AA, and I said, no, this is me. I'm a Libra with a Virgo moon and Aries rising, because that totally is me, and I'm not this, because that's what they do is they force this alcoholic identity on you. And then the book tells you, what the characteristics of that identity are, and they're not good.
No, and everybody's the same. Like nobody. So the part of that, we're all special. Like, have you ever sat in a meeting and saying, you're not special, nobody's special? It's like, wow, like that sounds like an abusive, nasty parent. Like, in fact, a really sick parent would say that. Oh, and there are no big deals. Oh, yeah, there are big deals, you stupid asses. There are totally big deals in life, right?
Right.
And they try to, like, there's all kinds of weird shit in AA that said that isn't in their book, but there's like really crap. Like we tore up that chapter 5, and we may tear up another one, and maybe you could be in that video too, where they say these things that are just completely not true.
Yeah, they're lies. Yep.
Let's start at the beginning in the preface. That's where I had to start with my step work.
Say that again.
I had to start in the preface. I think that's where we should start.
Oh,
yeah, right.
The brainwashing started when they
Might
forced
as
me to
well.
believe I was powerless over something I wasn't even doing.
Yes. So there was a guy, if you go back to my Blog Talk Radio, Safe Recovery, have you listened to my podcasts? So I have
they're great.
Hundreds. So you could actually hear me deprogramming as a minute. But anyway, the very first ones, there was a guy with me who he was in Massachusetts, and Gunther, and we would do these. And we started at one point, I think we went back and did the preface where it said, the first 100 have recovered. Right. They're not in recovery forever and ever. No, we recovered, it says there.
Which is another lie, because Orange has disputed that there were not 100, and a lot of those people committed suicide and, drank again.
What is the Orange Papers website? I've been trying to find it.
Well, you got to go to through the Wayback Machine, because it's kind of not its own website, but it's orange-papers.org.
It was that dash that I didn't know about.
Yeah, and it's .org, O-R-G.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
All
Orange
right.
Papers. 12-step cult religion exposed.
Yep.
Not religion, it's
And if
spiritual.
you read through that, it'll take you a couple of months. I mean, that's
fine. That time.
Well,
Not going to meetings every night.
I think, when I first found it, I spent actually 2 weeks of every night sitting. I only went to a meeting a week at that time. And one meeting a week. And so I would sit and I would read for like 2 hours instead of watching TV or reading a book or something. And I was just like going down this rabbit hole. In fact, I was watching Big Love. Remember Big Love about
yeah.
humans? And I was like, Kevin, we're in a cult. Look at this. It's just because I'm relating to this whole, like, I don't know what it was, but as they were exposing this Mormon religion and this predatory behavior, I was relating to it.
Oh yeah.
About AA, and he's laughing. He goes, "Oh, you're funny." And then he sat down and watched some stuff, and he goes, "Yeah, you might be, you might be right." But anyway, all right, guys, this has been good. I'm going to say good night, everybody. This is a short video. We're going to do some more for those of you guys who are listening out there. I forgot to say this last time, so please subscribe and like it. So eventually you can do live from YouTube. You can't do it until you have more subscribers. But it was really nice meeting you. Really, really nice to meet you, Beverly. It's a new person who's like, you're really feisty. I love that. And you're willing to just say anything. And I like that you're Christian. Because I think that a lot of people do leave because they feel the first word that you used, which is not ideology. What did you call it?
Idolatry.
Yeah.
Creating your own conception of a higher power is idolatry. If I don't like something about God, he ain't the one that needs to change. It, like,
yeah.
It really is not that I like or dislike. It's just that I didn't know. I was reading the wrong book.
Which book was
Well, that just proves, it's not a Christian organization. People think AA is a Christian organization. It's not.
Well, but then they use the word spiritual. They say
I've heard
spiritual.
the steps are designed to tear you down, and that's, I swore by them until I was trying to really notice that they didn't help me. It didn't help me to find fault in myself with the fact that someone murdered a family member. What's my part? Or, you know what I mean? Or whenever it was time for me to find my part in something, I was going down the rabbit hole. You have to go backwards when you're looking at a situation. How did I end up here? Let's go backwards. Well, it took me going backwards, and I had to blame another person for me being wrapped up in a situation. Stop blaming others. You made your own choices. Shut up a minute. Oh, why did I fall into the trap? It ain't their fault. Why did I fall into it? But I could never get past blaming them because I made my own choices. Yeah, I want to know what they are. Leave me alone. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I think I could probably edit it, but I don't want to. But Walter, so we were recording this because nobody else came. We've been talking for a long time. If you don't want to be seen, you want to shut off your video for a minute? You probably don't want to be on video on YouTube, right? I don't know how I'm gonna stop it.
Yeah.
All righty, so I'm finishing up. Everybody left, and we are going to be back talking about all kinds of things that we have found to be problematic, severely problematic in Alcoholics Anonymous, whether it's the forcing of our professionals or pilots, nurses, and doctors to AA for years ad infinitum, to a young person, a young Christian in, where was she calling from, Tennessee, who realizes that, one, it's not Christian AA, and number two, it's not spiritual either, and how offended people are both on the two spectrums of atheists and people who are people of faith. So anyway, nice talking to you. See you again. Come join the Facebook groups, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. You gotta stop there.